Hello YouTube and welcome back to another episode of Hole! For those following along relatively quickly with the YouTube series, this is only a few days after the next one, which is better than like the 4 months or the one before that. Not to say that 4 months won't happen again, like momentarily, but it might be better, who knows. We're gonna start off today, as I just told Twitch chat, by taking care of these chickens, because I am over it. So we will get these guys out of the way. All of them can go. But, that was far too many. So, let's finish it here. Alright. Those are all taken care of now. I was keeping the eggs in here, so I'll add the rest of those into that setup. And this is my smoker. Let's get the 58 chicken smoking. And let's put away the rest of it. That was a bit much. Yo. Just getting the 4th daily pomp. That feels like so few. Compared to how long you've been around. Alright, so we still got a couple bones there. Some arrows. Gunpowder. Alright, now the rest of these are blocks. I think I have diorite. Yep. And then dripstone will go elsewhere. Cobblestone I'll keep because it's going to happen. You always forget. You sure do. There's the dripstone blocks. I think I kept the Trumisk, whatever I called it. And then I have a little bit of dirt. I can start by using the dirt and then go into the cobble. Okay, so with that being said, oh wow, almost all my armor's gone now, incredible. Let me fill up the rest of the way on cobblestone. And also I forgot to get music going. Hold on. Let me get some music going. We'll just use the normal playlist for now. I don't feel like looking for something else. Alright, so there we go. Chat, let me know if I need to turn down the music at all. Don't know how loud it is to you guys as is compared to my headphones. Okay. Cool. Alright. I remember at the, so what was missing? There you go. Remember at the end of last part, we had decided here that, we'd finished the outside pathway all the way around. So now it is time to start the 3rd inner area here. So we will get right to that. And I still hope I have enough cobblestone for all this, but one way to find out. That was almost a perfect column. It's been a long time coming to be able to start working on the inside instead of the outside again. And even that being said, the outside's not perfect, unfortunately. Because, there are some places that were, you know, low enough that it was a problem and I couldn't get to the water to clog it off on the outside or even finish the wall all the way down. So there still will be some disturbances, especially when we get below like the bottom of the ocean. When we get under that, where there could be more underwater sections. But we will start off this way and see how it goes. Liz, I hope you're doing well. Peachy, I hope you're doing well as well. And hopefully this week coming ahead is good for everyone involved. I will be starting up my classes this week, so pray for me. This is supposed to be my last semester. I say supposed to be because God knows, but I don't foresee it having any issues. And we will, I'm only taking 3 classes, one of which is like just a 30-page paper I have to do by the end. Another one is with a professor I've had twice before, and I know he is very chill, and the class assignments will be very chill. And it is also a topic I generally know already. I just don't know, you know, how it'll be taught and what I'm missing. But you never know what you don't know, you know? And, yeah. 3rd class I'm taking is kind of a toss-up, especially as compared to the other 2. But, that's just because I don't know the professor and I don't know how the class is gonna function. I even checked, like, 2 of my classes have syllabi up. That one does not. That's a little scary to me. I don't have my first in-class session for that class until, next week. Like, next week. Because I would normally meet with this class on Mondays, and there is no classes tomorrow. You know what? I think the volume's a little loud for the music, so I'm gonna turn it down here in a second. Is that the Mix? Hi, Mix. How are you, my friend? Where's my... I have buttons for this. Where is it? There we go. There we go. That should be a little more chill in the volume department. Mix, I hope you're doing well. We haven't talked much lately. It is good to see you digitally. I also don't know how long this stream's gonna be, chat. I felt the desire to stream because I hadn't really been stressed for once in a while. I haven't been bored, which is actually very nice. Sometimes on, you know, weekends or extra days off, I'm like, well, what do I do now? I've had a bunch of mini projects that I've been doing that have kept me busy. Playing some video games. I've been making an Excel spreadsheet that I have no reason to make other than I want to. Looking forward to 8 hours of Whole. God, it would take a lot for me to do 8 hours of Whole right now. It's like, Whole isn't boring, but there's still, you know, a point where you're like, alright, I'm content with the day. And oh yes, I've also been playing a bunch of Wizard 101, as Liz has mentioned. She's part of my questing party, as it were. And this weekend is double XP for pets. So I've been training up several failures of pets that I've essentially thrown to the wolves. And I have another one that'll be hatched when I'm done with stream, and I can try that again. Maybe that doesn't happen to the 8-hour mark. True, Squirrel. I could feel content only after 8 hours. That is also a valid outcome that could happen. We'll see. I make no promises at short or long. I'm not gonna Goldilocks this and go to an extreme. More snacks. You haven't got any far near to bed. So, Liz, what I did is I stole all of the pet snacks from my storm. So I had over 100 pet snacks that are like 50 XP each. And so with the double XP, that makes it 100. So that's been helping my, you know, speed there, and also had a few elixirs that I was able to pop. But and I realized, I was like, damn, did I really farm Mirror Lake this much for this? I was like, oh wait, no, I had the massive couch potato plot. So I should really start maintaining that more in my storm again. Well, Liz, if I could transfer snacks to you, I would. That's one of the few things you can't trade. Yeah, Liz, on your death character, just make a couch potato plot. You'll have more than enough energy to do it. You'll have the resources with which to do it. I mean, unless you don't have the seeds, in that case, the seeds are actually annoying to farm because they're low drop rates in Mirage. I am such a nerd to just kind of remember most of this stuff. I should, one of these days, go touch grass. That might be a good idea. Remember to care for them? Well, I'd be able to remind you at least, on our weekly quest day. Every time we go, ugh, we need to take care of our plants. There's grass in Wizard City. Yeah, but I'm done with all the quests in Wizard City. What will that do? Oh, I guess Avalon has a lot of grass. Alright, so that still tracks. Seaweed time. Actually kind of nice I'm getting seaweed here because I get to make more of my good fuel. Alright, I don't need to sleep because I'm so close to base and it's pretty bright here, but if I start hearing drowned, I'm absolutely gonna sleep. I do not want drowned to spawn, I hate them. Chat, I've also been, I've been going to the gym lately. It's been terrible timing, because, it's January, and this is not, like, a New Year's resolution thing. Lately I've been kind of anti-New Year's resolution. So it's not that. It's just because it's where I've had the most free time where I'm not traveling. But I've been enjoying being back to the gym so far. I, of course, still, you know, I'm not up to, like, heavy weights or anything like that, but I can already see, like, general progress with form and such. And, yeah. I want to start getting, like, ab definition. I want to start getting, like, or chest solidity, I guess. Be, like, more solid muscle. And, arms and legs are kind of just, you know, I'll work on them, but I don't have any specific goals in mind for them. But yeah, like I said, so far so good. And, hopefully I keep it up. We'll see how long I can keep it up for. Sometimes you gotta fill a space so you can make your own hole. Exactly. When life hands you a hole, you're good. But when life hands you a not hole, you gotta make it a hole. And so, that doesn't apply at all to this, so that was a weird statement to make. But, I'm getting rid of all of the water this way, because the alternatives for getting rid of water I don't like. So this is how I'm getting rid of water in the hole. There's a drowned. Gotta go sleep it off. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And so since I don't like the water, I don't like the other methods for getting rid of water, I will be doing it this way. Oops, that's not the right button. And all the way around, I'm getting everything to sea level, because I know there won't be any ocean underneath that. Which is helpful to know. And then, once everything in the whole area is to sea level, I can start doing, from sea level down the rest of the way. I mean, you'll need to go back and dig it? Oh yeah, 100%. And a bunch of this is cobblestone, so, you know, I can't just dig it up with a shovel. I'll need to actually use pickaxes. Can you chill out, buddy? Alright, that was my chest plate. You're frustrating. Sheesh. I'm gonna need armor again. Do I have any leather? Have I killed enough cows to have, like, leather? There's no ocean under the sea? Exactly. See, Pichu gets it. Mob drops. I do have leather. I'm gonna make some leather armor. It's not super effective, but it's better than nothing, I would say. Okay. And it's cheap enough that I can, you know, refill it a couple times if I need to. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Alright, so that's good now. I'll just keep placing until I'm out of inventory, and then we'll deal with the other stuff I got going on. Skirt. But as I was saying, all of this that I'm placing now, and all of it that I have placed throughout the ocean zones, I am going to have to redig. Absolutely, positively. And it will be, like, thousands upon thousands of extra blocks. Like, probably hundreds of thousands of extra blocks that I'll need to dig that I otherwise wouldn't with the ocean. But, I really don't want to deal with the ocean. And I don't think I even have a good way of dealing with the ocean. I'm not gonna have, you know, breathing potions. Sponges, I don't think work well at all. Yeah. Liz, you know I am borderline masochist sometimes. I will enjoy the extra work I've made for myself. Also knowing that this is deep enough to where I have to take a pause when I make it back up to the surface, because the time between finishing a stack and jumping into the next one is not enough time to replenish my bubbles. More kelp. Gimme, 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 gimme. It had been so long since I did a whole part prior to the one I did less than a week ago that I forgot the dimensions of the hole. I misremembered it as like 1,000 by 1,000. And then I was like looking at my last upload for it. I was like, oh, you know, that's much larger than that. But it was also not lost on me the humor of me forgetting that, because that was exactly the reason why I'm even doing a 2,000 by 2,000 in the first place. Because I forgot how dimensions go. And so I went 1,000 in one direction. Wait, how did that even go? How did I mess that up? Because I wanted 1,000 by 1,000. How did I do that? Because if I even went 1,000 in one direction, that still would have been the 1,000 by 1,000. I don't know what I did. Oh, I know what I did. I went 1,000 in one direction, and that direction was from 0, and I realized, like, oh no, I want it to be centered around 0, 0. And so I had to expand it from there. Yo, is that a Luke raid? Hell yeah. Look at all those Marvs. It's been so long since I've heard that alert. It scared me. Sup, hole boy? Hoo boy. I wish you were wrong. You're sure not. Yeah, welcome in everybody. For anyone who's new here, my name is Marfman11, aka Marf. I'm a variety streamer. I do a lot of multiplayer and co-op gaming. And today, we are currently back in Hole. This is part 48 of a infinite part series, it would so seem. Where I try to make a 2,000 by 2,000 hole in Minecraft. And in doing so, I do so in a very silly way, with fake, implemented rules that I go back and forth on, where right now I am clearly making the hole, less holy by adding blocks to it. And by doing this, I am, getting rid of the water. I don't like the water. But this is on the inside of the hole, so I will need to redig this up at some point. Look at all these people peeking my hole. They sure are. I'm not hole shy, so this works out. Welcome in, everybody. Who do we got coming in? We got reading chat's hard. We have Maddie, Luke, Patrick, Bracekey's been lurking, it seems. Bracekey's here. On Flora, hello, hello. Everybody coming in. Last time you saw me do this, I was digging a hole, now you're filling it. It comes and goes. You know, sometimes the hole is a little messy in spots, so I gotta fill it in a little bit so I can make it much neater in the future. But yeah, I also just got done with something even more ridiculous than that, which is, on the outer perimeter of the hole, I went and did that all the way around as well. In terms of filling, I didn't, you know, chop down anything that was above sea level. But I filled in all the water on the outside of that, so when I finally get around to re-digging this section of the hole, it doesn't fill in with water. So yeah. Biggest hole on Twitch, you know it. For better or for worse. So, which side of the hole is this? Out of curiosity, because there's so much water. Yes. So this line with the torches is the outer perimeter. It is the 2000th marker. So yes, it's the 1000th. No, it's 2000th because it's around 00 is the center. So 1000 on each side is 2000 total wide. So this is on the 1000. So this is a part of the inside of the hole, the torch line. To the right of it, as I'm sitting now, is outside of the hole, and to the left is inside the hole. And I've currently been doing it by going around in the perimeter. As you can see over there, I have the other end of the perimeter. So I have currently done 2 walks around the entire perimeter, either filling up to sea level or chopping down to sea level. So my first goal is to go all the way across the map, having it flat at sea level. And then once I'm at sea level, everything nice and flat, I will start digging down methodically from there. You know, I'll find more holes and water and shit on the way down, but that's, you know, my starting point. And then we will continue on from there. Show hole, man. So far I have been for about 20 minutes, and there's no stop in sight. Hi, Renly. It's good to see you. Congrats on your 30th pomp. I'm so sorry. 35 by 35 circle it was so long. You know, envy amount of time this will take. Yeah, I mean, this is very literally part 48 in the VODs. I would say technically generally go from about 2 hours to 6. That's not a perfect count. That is just, you know, a general guide. So I've been doing this for at least 100 hours, I would say. And this is the amount of progress I've made. About 2 perimeters around, only to sea level. So this is on pace to take me tens of thousands of hours, unironically. So as I've said in previous parts, I don't necessarily think I will ever finish this project, but it is very satisfying to do for me, and very vibey. Get to talk to chat, so it's a good part of my stream schedule arsenal. Yeah, Luke, what are you up to? You doing Fallout 2? Very nice. Are you? I assume you're doing modded. Having some nice quality life mods and such in there. Leave comments on YouTube videos on how you can optimize your time. You would not be the first. You would not be the first. That some of my most interesting comments have come on whole videos, which could be said in several professions, I suppose. Must finish what I start. God, do you have a couple dozen years to wait? Do this with 3 more redstone. Inefficiency goddess, let's go. Actually unmodded because there's like no mods for it. I don't know if I'm surprised by that or not. I know like people prefer 1 and 3, right? And then the other ones. Yeah, but I don't hear much about Fallout 2, so I guess in that sense it does not surprise me. But then again, I've never played a Fallout game. And I want to eventually. I played BioShock 1. Hey, yo!
Oh, it's you. You're back. Hey, thanks for sticking around.
Thanks for sticking around, Peachy Keen, for 47 months. Sheesh! Thank you, Peachy. Hope you're doing well. But I was saying, I played BioShock 1, and I did enjoy that. And I know that's, like, not anything near what a Fallout game is, but it had enough of a vibe to make me kind of want to play a Fallout game. I don't know if that connection makes any sense, or if I'm just out of my mind, but yeah, I do eventually want to play a Fallout game. Yo, what's up, Nate, as well? For Fallout 2, oh, it's beloved amongst all the games, along with New Vegas. Oh, shit. I'm surprised there's no mods, then. That's wild. Okay, so that food is done. I put that in the food chest. What's my food chest? This one. Food plants. I have, like, no seeds because I've been feeding them to the chickens. More weed. Rotten flesh is kind of food. Okay, I'll need that. Rotten flesh going to the mob drops. Emergency food. I should recommend you do Fallout Survive so you get it? Hell yeah. Just a 1998 game, so it's hard to mod from what you've heard. That's fair. I mean, I guess it's not fair to, like, try to compare it to, like, Pokemon. The older games are modded. I'm sure the kind of game it is still adds a lot of difficulty to it. Yeah, but I feel like if I have ever had sticked with coding when I was considering comp sci in my undergrad, I probably would have loved modding for games. I feel like that would have been very enjoyable for me. Bioshock's less sandboxy, correct. I mean, yeah, I didn't mean to say that Fallout and Bioshock were one-to-one even in terms of genre or playstyle or anything, because I know Bioshock, so having played it, I know Bioshock is very linear. And Fallout has a linear quest line, but it's also kind of go do what you want when you want. But it was really just the vibes, the looting aspect of it made me feel like it a little bit, and also kind of the absurdity of it in some aspects. But Luke, it is good to see you. It's been a long time since we've been able to really talk. I've been busy with schoolwork and such is life, just in general. But it's very good to see you. Thank you again so much for the raid. Same, hell yeah. Yeah, I do not know if I will be streaming more during this semester of school. It's my last semester of my graduate program. So theoretically, you'd think that's a lot of work, but I was very specific with my classes. So I know at least one of them will be easy. There's a second one I hope will be easy. And there's a third one that's literally just, I have to write a 30-page paper in, 4 months. So that one, as long as I'm either at the work, probably shouldn't be that bad. So maybe I'll be able to stream like once a week or so. But I'll have to get a few weeks into the semester to see how that really works to know for sure. But I am very ready to graduate and theoretically not have school ever again. I say theoretically because, I mean, I could technically go for a PhD, and there have been some people who have already put the whisper in my ear in my classes, but I am going to try not to. I would need to get a really sweet deal to be able to do that. And then summer will hit? Yes. Summer will really hit after finishing the master's program. Especially because Peachy will be visiting this summer. We have just confirmed. That'll be another reason why the summer will hit. I love when friends come to visit. And now that Limes and I, Limes and I have our own apartment that we have for quite a while now, it's much easier for people to visit. And it would be hard for us to say no to having somebody come visit. We love to see people. Get a PhD in a hole. God. I don't think they offer masochism as a major, unfortunately. You visiting tomorrow? You act like I wouldn't just let you in if that happened. For your birthday? Yeah, I totally knew that. Yeah, we planned that perfectly just for that occasion. See you soon. Well, if you were visiting me tomorrow, you probably would have already had to... Well, no, I guess the flight's not that long. Today would have been impossible for you to get here, but tomorrow, no, that's very feasible. You gotta figure out what you want to do, if there's anything specific you want to do while you're here. I know we did a lot when you were here last time, but, you know, there's still plenty more to do. Made it perfectly for that reason? Well, duh. I totally knew that. But no, that's actually super sweet that you've decided to come visit for your birthday. Spend your birthday time with me and Limesy. You want to do the Met at the minimum? Oh, that's easy peasy. There's a chance? I have to talk to Limesy. There's a chance we can get in discounted to the Met. Because of her sister. I'll have to see what that's all about. I don't remember how that works. And yeah, speaking of Peachy visiting and seeing Liz in chat, technically, if you wanted to, we could try to have you meet our IRL friends, Peachy. There's always that possibility as well. I know one of the times you were here there was like a chance, but then, you know, things just didn't line up. I didn't get through it last time because it was a freaking Wednesday. Yes. Fair. We did one of the museums though, right? Like one of the art museums? I vaguely remember that. There was like a lamp exhibit or something. Oh, and there was also animal exhibits too, from what I don't remember where. Went bowling. No, I think that was just me, you, and Limes when we went bowling. I don't think there was anyone else there. Maybe... Was Tristan there? I don't remember. I feel like... Well, you definitely didn't meet the whole friend group. There's no way we did that big of a bowling trip while you were here. I do remember we went bowling. I don't remember who all was there. But yeah, that's just also an option. It was Tristan? Okay. Yeah, we used Tristan as an Uber. And let him come bowling with us. You'd love to? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Peachy's pretty cool. We took Peachy to Limes' family's place, too. And stayed there overnight as well. Did the beach, stuff like that. Yeah. Liz and Tristan are dating. So you met Tristan, but you did not meet his girlfriend, Liz. And Liz also loves bowling, so we could literally just do bowling again if it came down to that. They did move, so they are not as close, but that is still manageable in general. Yeah, I hate planning things, so pick what you want to do and we'll just do it. Beach was nice. It was. We'll definitely do some sort of beach thing, theoretically, because I know all of us love the beach. And Liz does not always do well at bowling. Half the time she uses her left hand instead of her dominant right hand. You know, happens. Bumper pals. Please don't put the bumpers up, I swear to God. Just let me get my gutter balls in peace. And I like how you said bumper pals instead of the better bumper buddies for the alliteration. You really missed out on that one. That's -2 Riz right there. Sorry to tell you this. It's okay, you missed out. Get them next time. Take some notes, you know, study the tape, run it back. I know you can do better. Not your non-existent Riz. Yeah, you need to keep that Riz lower and lower so you can stop stealing limes from me. That is always an impending problem. steal limes instead. There's like a line out the door for stealing limes from me. It's pretty impressive. I mean, I get it because it's limes, but jeez Louise, she could have a harem if she wanted. I probably need to leave you alone. You have no brain power right now. SMH, Peachy. When have I ever given you room to rest? I'm always going to be on your case. It's okay. Liz, this time I understood what you meant. I'll only make fun of you if I don't know what you mean at all. As long as it's close, you're fine. Alright, no more drowned. Doing alright for now. What was that? Nautilus? Oh, yeah. I don't know what the hell these new mobs are. Isha, you know Minecraft. What the hell is this Nautilus? What is it? What's its whole deal? Graysky, you might know as well. Anyone who knows can tell me what the hell the Nautilus is. I've seen like a million of them between last stream and today. Anyone but Liz can tell me, because even in its name we know it's not a Liz. Ah, I got him. Think you can ride it, you don't know? Ooh, ride up a creature that lets you breathe underwater? Oh shit, how do you ride it? Is it just like a horse? Can you like actually tame it, or just ride it and it kind of sends you wherever it goes? Because if I could like ride it and place blocks, it would make my life a lot easier for some of this. I could really, really dig that. Ancient shelled marine mollusk, a distant cousin to a squid and an octopus. Alright. Riskeopedia. Tame it with fish, you think? Well, I have fish. I could do that. So we need a saddle. Oof. You mix. I might actually have a saddle. You just gonna look it up? Alright, I'm gonna see if I have a saddle and nap away the night. I did find a dungeon chest or two. I have a Nautilus shell. Does that count? I got that before the update, though. Oh, I do have a saddle. Have a Nautilus, feed it. Pufferfish. I'd have to go fishing. Bucket of pufferfish. Tame, you can ride the Nautilus with a saddle, and it will give you the breath of the Nautilus effect, which stops air from depleting underwater. Yeah, Google. I trust Google. I'll do it. I'll trust it. I'll just keep this until I have another stack. Actually, I should craft these. So yeah, if only I had pufferfish, then I would absolutely try to tame that to make my life a little easier. But I do not want to go fishing. So we will not be doing that. Oh, I missed a stack. Whoops. Cool. I don't care for anything else I have in here for right now. Yeah. I'll take this out. What do you want, Peachy? What do you want? I don't have any, like, fish in here or anything. No, okay. So over the party yourself correctly installing the new RAM and graphics card. Yeah, that's huge. I have never done that for myself, actually. So you're ahead of the game on me there. Because I've only had... This is actually still my first ever PC that I've ever had. And it was a pre-built, and I have not needed to do any upgrades or maintenance to it yet. But I absolutely am proud of you. I have replaced RAM before when I was working in IT. And that can be scary. It's helpful that, like, the connection is pretty solid. Like you really have to click it into place, and getting the old ones out, it's pretty easy to tell when it's, like, open and free. But, yeah, if you go in at the wrong angle still, you can still break a couple pins, and that can be a problem. But the graphics card, you definitely don't want that to break, so that's a good one to do right. Had yours during 2020, 16 gigs RAM and 1650 Super. Yeah, it's crazy. I have a degree in information technology, and I don't know anything about hardware, PC hardware. I was definitely more of a software guy, but I still had to take a class on hardware and peripherals, and I just didn't get it. It never really stuck for me. Obviously I know the general parts and what they do, theoretically, but I know nothing about, like, brands or even performance or anything like that for any of these components. RAM I get, but RAM is simple, but I also don't know all of the stats for, like, RAM, like clock speed, whatever, RPMs, all that good stuff. I don't have a good handle on any of that. So yeah, but yeah, in general, I don't know much about anything. Neither do you. New graphics card 5060 is like 3 to 4 generations better. Yeah, I mean, literally, if I ever get another PC, well, I mean, I'm sure I will at some point, but when I go to get another PC, I will, either do a pre-built again, or if it is cheaper to build my own, I will do so with the help of friends. I know, Braysky knows enough to be helpful. Maddie is all about it. Maddie is great at PC building. So I definitely have people around me that I can lean on for help with that. I mean, even Limes at this point. Limes, I love Limes' ability to hyper focus on things and to really dig down deep, because she learned so much about PCs so quickly. Fly Braysky out to build my computer. God. What is he bringing it with him? Why do I need him to come here? What's going on? Is it in his carry-on? Sheesh. I still, because I did for, I think it's been just over a year now, I think it was last Christmas, I got Limes a PC for Christmas. It was my big gift for her. And, we have it set up, and we turned it on, and, you know, got her an account signed in, but she hasn't really used it since. Because she wants me to really sit with her and, like, go through and, like, get all of her programs set up and everything like that. And she has not been around lately because of her family, and their family has a new pet that they're taking care of and everything like that. So she's been busy in a way. So she's supposed to be back, like, mostly full-time this coming week. So that's one of the first things I want to do, is get that PC up and running there. And then, I do need to check, though, because it should have a terabyte of storage, and it sure doesn't. So, I'll need to figure that out. I think we have the drive for it, but it wasn't being recognized, so I was trying to play with it. But, I will probably need tech people's help with that as well. My PC should be good for years in case something breaks. Yeah, my build was really top line. I think I have a 3080? Is that what I have? Might be a 3080, maybe I don't think was it the 40s? I think it might have been I don't know if it was 30s or 40s. I'm pretty sure it's an 80, whatever it is. Oh yeah. It is 3080. Yes, it was a 3080. I have Ryzen 7. Does it say my RAM here? I don't see my RAM. I think I have 32 gigs of RAM. I'd be surprised if it was less than that. But yeah, this was the perfect game to be playing when I was talking about this. I just had my home address on there. Doxed. God, I don't want a specs command because I don't know enough about it to be able to actually talk to people about it. If they pull it up and they're like, "Oh, sweet, how does this work?" And I'm like, yes. Unreal Engine games. God, yeah. I'm also like I'm literally playing base Minecraft without shaders or anything like that right now. So I am wasting this graphics card. I do not play a lot of high-level games anymore. Ah, I could make a whole specs command. So I was texting my mom back. She texted me. There we go. Good whiz spells you just never collected? Which ones? One's Liz. Tell mom hi. She knows that, she has an open notice that chat says hi. It's Mama Marf, which is very fun to say. Two Gin ones and Sprite Swarm. What the heck is Sprite Swarm? Oops. I know the one Gin one, well, generally, because I have mine that I used the other day when we played. My 11 pip one that has a very busted effect. What are those effects called? The ones where you like sacrifice your own stuff? Gambit. That's the one, Gambit. So yeah, so I'm assuming you got one like that. But I don't know what the other one would be. I don't have a second one yet. Yo, what up, Nemo? How's it going? It's been a while, Nemo. Actually, I think you were here on whenever Wednesday or whenever I did my last stream, my previous stream. I think you just did your standard hit exclamation point quote and then dip. But I think you were here for that. You were here? Hell yeah. Yeah, it's only 1 a.m. for Braysky. He's early on in his evening. You lurked? Oh, good. It's just so funny to see you come and announce yourself, and then just like lurk back to the shadows after a quote. It's very good to see you as per usual, Nemo. Hope you're doing well. Acknowledge your request for me to try out Mega Bonk. What is Mega Bonk? What the heck is Mega Bonk? I have absolutely heard the name before, but know nothing about it. It's like it's a heal over time that can summon minions under certain conditions. Okay, so the Gambit is a minion. That is unfortunately not helpful for us. Hopefully the healing over time is a good amount to make it worth it. Vampire Survivors type game. Interesting. I mean, I did like Vampire Survivors when I played it. And there was a point where I was playing a mobile game that was like, just like it. Heals aren't worth it? Oh, cool, cool, cool. Mega Bonk is a Gen AI game. Okay. So never mind on Mega Bonk. Never mind on that. We gave it the old college try. Thanks for, that's probably, honestly, why I've heard of it before. I probably read that on social media somewhere before. He's just lagging. Decent, but not better than Big Z. Oh, it's an AoE heal, Liz? That's at least cool. AoE heals are much better for our group in general. Oh, it's not? Oh. Then why bother? Huh. The regular heals are supposed to be much better than the... Well, I guess Pigsy is a lore spell, so it is buffed more than a standard spell is. Interesting. To the guy who used ChatGPT for color palettes. Oh boy. Sigh. Imagine just like looking up color theory or like asking an artist. Imagine Dragons. Watched anything on the Game Awards. It was one of those nominated for best debut. And he came back and was like, "Hey, not my debut. Just made the game under a different name." Had the nom review removed. Well, I'm glad the nomination got removed at that point. Such a stupid decision, like you'd have lasted literally into for color. Exactly, Gwen. Also, hi, Gwen. Good to see you. But no, it's... People don't think a lot of the time. Thinking is a dying skill, it seems. Endurous Chin is a bomb-type attack with a gambit option if you have 3 DOTs. Oh. Okay. So it's an attack spell that puts a bomb DOT on the enemy, but gets better if you have 3 DOTs on you or on the enemy. Is it a gambit or is it a clear? Hi, Gwen. Seems pointless. Yeah, I'd have to look at the spell details to help inform your decision there. On you? Okay. Well, to be fair, for doing some of like the weaving quests and stuff, there's been a lot of DOTs on me, so it would be useful there. Oh yeah, and chat, I just remembered, I will be partaking in this year's Uno tournament. You Have Uno tournament hosted by Tart. I don't know if it's still called You Have Uno tournament. I think that's what it was called this year. But I will be partaking in it again with, what is it, 27 other people. I think there's 28 of us to start. Call the enemy. Liz, send it to me either on text or Discord, and I'll look at it later and help you decipher it. You despise Uno? Uno is not for everyone, and it is not for people who are pain averse. It's been going for years. You meant the other Uno tournament. Yes, the actual Uno tournament, not our first to 5K. That is technically not a tournament, but it has going on longer than one should be. We wanted to do Uno again this year. Had to decline. Your rival schedule been a nightmare. No, I feel that, Gwen. I really feel that. That's the same reason, I believe Shiloh had to decline as well for this year, which is a bummer because it's always fun playing with Shiloh as well. But, yeah, for people, for work and school and stuff, it's definitely all over the place. I was luckily able to do it because I at least have some, you know, nights that I know will be free. I'll have classes Monday and Tuesday, but the rest of the week is clear enough that I can offer some days for that consistently. That's right, it is named that, and I hate it. Is that the dark for managing to organize for so many people? Yeah, it truly. I mean, luckily, at most, in one game, it can only be 4 people. So theoretically, you know, you only have to schedule for 4 people at once. But the way the format is this year, will require a lot more scheduling and planning. But luckily, it'll also be like a phased approach, for better or for worse. So, you know, what's good for some people there might be better for some people elsewhere. Up keeps randomly springing shifts on you a couple days in advance, so you don't want to throw off everyone's schedules. No, I feel that. Yeah, if I definitely had something like that, I would also probably bow out, so I completely understand the decision there. Luckily with my work, it is very strict. You work these days at these times, and I'm non-exempt, so I am not able to work or receive money for overtime. That's the unions for you. But, so I know my schedule every time, all the time. I am hoping to, one of my goals this year is to get a raise slash promotion at work, whichever suits me. You know, a new title would be fun, but I'm really only interested in making my life more livable. But there's a lot of moving parts happening right now with work, with, you know, bureaucracy, red tape, structure, company structure. So pretty much all of that for everyone has kind of been put on hold. But I am keeping an eye on that and keeping a pulse on it to know when I can push the issue again, so to say. Yes, he did end up on Wiz voluntarily. I was actually playing with him earlier. Well, not playing with him. I was online at the same time as him earlier. And also complimenting the fact that he played on his own. From the look of it, he was cleaning up some Dragonspire side quests when I was stalking his in-game location. Oh, Liz, I also realized I can get my level 80 spell, but I would just need to find somebody to port me to Azteca. So honestly, at some point, maybe even tomorrow, if you're able to play some tomorrow, you can sneak me into Azteca on your death character, and I can maybe get my my 10-pip spell. So it's very interesting because the spell that I would be getting would be Celestial Calendar, which is very cool stylistically, but it's just okay in terms of damage and effect. But I was looking at it a little bit, and the B path is kind of OP. B path is pretty OP. I don't remember exactly what the gambit is, but it's I think it's a gambit instead of a clear. But it's a gambit, I'm assuming gambit, where for every like shield you have on you or something like that, something you get rid of, maybe blades. No, I think it's every trap on the enemy. Yes, every trap on the enemy you can gambit in the B path, and for each one up to 4 that you clear, you get you steal a power pip. I don't know if you steal it or you just gain it, but you get a power pip. So you can literally make a Celestial Calendar cost 2 pips if you get the gambit going. So you can really really combo it if you set up well. It'd be very helpful for soloing things. And even in the B path, it does not really lose much of its damage because it starts out as a range anyway. So the B path takes like 5 points higher than the minimum of the range. So you can still technically do more with the B path than the A path, just at a much lower percentage chance. Yeah, so I'm excited to get that. Yeah, chat, if you couldn't tell, Wizard 101 has been my hyperfixation lately. Yo, what up, Rose? Long time no see. Good to see you, my friend. So advanced? Yeah, I'm a nerd. Very much a nerd. Oh yeah, I'm doing well, Rose. I finished up my semester at the end of December. So after, you know, travel and holidays and all of that, I am back. I'm going. Streams will not be back full force. I will say that. My semester starts up this coming week for my last semester of my master's program. So it will really depend how my classes start going to see if and when I'll be able to stream regularly again. But my hopeful idea is that I will be able to stream about once a week for the next few months. Time will tell, and I will do what I can. I just have to remember what I've been doing other than Whole in terms of streams. Like I said, I think I finished up a solo player game, like a solo experience before going on break. So I might be on to the next March Madness game, which might be The Witness. So I remember I finished up, I did Tetris and, Battletoads. was about to say, which one's the frog game? But no, it's Battletoads. So I think The Witness Baby next, and if so, it's very exciting, because I'm very excited to play that game from the little I've seen of it. We're still chugging through those March Madness games. It's going on 2 full years, I think, since the original March Madness that I did. Battletoads, yes, you got it, Rose. That's exactly what it was. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. See what my time looks like. See what my energy looks like. I still have like a ton of doctor's appointments coming up. Within the next month or so, I think I have 6 different doctor's appointments. And, you know, most of them are not the same doctor, so it's like different doctors for each one, too. You know, the game needed play it. Remember this kid, you couldn't get past level 4 because it was so hard? Yeah, this one's still kind of hard. It's also nice that it's 4-player co-op, but I think it's only local co-op. I think that's why I ended up not being able to play it with Johnny. I think we originally were going to play it together. But it is local co-op only. But yeah, even playing it through normal was pretty difficult. And I theoretically would want to get all the achievements in it, but there's also multiplayer achievements, which I would need to do myself, but I'm playing, you know, through PC, Xbox game through PC, so it's like not easy to do. So I'm still considering if I'm gonna attempt something like that. I could always just wait a while too, and maybe, you know, one day it'll either be easier or I'll come up with a better solution for it or something. Yeah, that's despawned before my very eyes. Sag. That's a future problem. Love your nests when you want to play it again. Hell yeah. OG. I recently got a converter for my GameCube. So because the TV that Limes and I have doesn't have a component cable input, so I have a component cable to HDMI converter now. So I can actually stream GameCube games straight from my GameCube. So I can just HDMI into my capture card. I'm considering doing that at some point too. But honestly, many of my favorite whatchamacallits, GameCube games, I've already played through emulator on stream. But I'm sure there's some that I have that I would still want to try again. Remember when TV said 3 plugs are all different colors? Yes, the yellow, white, red cables for video, audio left, and audio right. Pretty sure is what it was. Component cables. Oops, I almost did not get more cobblestone for myself. Whoopsies. I should put this kelp away so it's not taking inventory space. Cobbles here. Was it this one? Was it this one? Was it this one? There we go. I forgot I can't shift click that. Yeah. So if your Pokemon XD GameCube, wait, like a GameCube with like a Pokemon XD skin, or the game for GameCube? Because I have Pokemon Coliseum, but I'd always wanted to play XD. I'm playing any old console regular with the N64. What's your favorite? You loved Mario Kart 64? Yeah, Mario 64 is a game that I've never played, but I assume chat will make me play in the future. But I've watched speedruns of Mario 64, and that's always fun to watch. And then Mario Kart 64, I also don't think I've ever played. I think I've only ever played Mario Kart Double Dash, which is my favorite, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and Mario Kart DS. I did not like DS that much, but it was fun to be able to play with people. That was a fun multiplayer experience. The one with the official plate on top. Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome. That is a B-Day for a kid. Game with XD, unfortunately, this got thrown out when you went off to college. No. That sucks. Things happen, but that sucks. I have that slightly where one of my favorite GameCube games of all time that I played as a kid was Luigi's Mansion. And that one didn't have anything tragic like that happen to it. I just didn't realize as a kid that I would have nostalgia for it. And so I had traded it in at GameStop to get another game. Because I was like, I've beaten this game, you know, like 2 or 3 times already. I've kind of experienced what I need to experience with it. Let's get something different instead. This is when I was like 10-ish probably. So I really didn't have the foresight for that. And now I'm like, man, I really wish I had that disc. Because I know it is a very expensive disc now to get. Load it up, load which one up, squirrel? Yo, thanks, Rose. Appreciate the well wishes. Have fun with your gaming endeavors, and we'll see you next time. Love Luigi's Mansion. We bought it a few years ago when it hadn't exploded in cost yet. Yeah, you got it in time. There's a streamer slash speedrunner that I used to watch, Fire Dragon 764. I think he's changed his username since then, but that's what it was then. And I know he had to get a few copies for speedrunning, and that was very expensive for him to have to do. But yeah, I think my favorite GameCube game of all time, which I've played on stream twice now, is Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. I played it through an emulator for stream, and then I also played the remake on the Switch when it came out for a stream playthrough. And that's a long ass game, so it took up a lot of stream time getting through that. But I did not mind because I will always love that game. You need to play that game. It's so good. Also, I think I have it around here in range. Limesy got me a gift a few years back that was very good. There it is. Hold on. Too much stuff on my desk. There's my phone. There goes my old pill bottle. It's cool. I've showed this off on stream a few times before, but here's what Limes got for me one year. Actually, dusty. Hold on. There we go. She got me Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door, the GameCube game, as a coaster. Just I assume, glass coaster. And obviously that's not the actual disc, it's just a decal for it, but it's very nice. And I enjoy this a lot. So shout out to Limes for being a great girlfriend and getting that for me. 1 second, chat. Honestly, even if it was the actual disc, that'd be cool. Like if the disc was ruined. I agree to an extent. I would feel very mixed about it. It would make it a cooler item overall, but I would be like, man, this media is already kind of dwindling as it is. But no, it would definitely be cool in general. Vinyl coasters that are from ruined records, that's also a very cool concept. I mean, that's the thing, is like, if like the coaster was made from the real disc, but it was a disc that was, you know, like too scratched and couldn't be played anymore, then that would be different. That's recycle or upcycling, I guess. But if it was like a perfect disc, I was like, eh, then I would feel a little differently about it, I think. Yeah, I assume so, Nemo. I just had to also, you know, be clear on my end of it, too. I get you. Yeah, but I have a lot of good GameCube games. The silly thing is I have a lot of good GameCube games, and some of them I don't even like. I just know they're good games, and I'm, you know, obviously if I have them and they still work, unless I have a real reason to pass them on to somebody else, I'm just going to keep them. Exactly, Gwen. Many physical games, CDs, feel the same as a CD, yeah. I was never much into music growing up, so I definitely never did the CD route or anything like that. I didn't even have like any music, collection, digital or otherwise, until like after college. It was after my undergrad that I, at least collected music in a digital sense. Good copy of an old game in the direction, so I can't wait to turn us into a coaster. Jeez. That's me, Nemo. Smile. I think I have my GameCube games right here. I'm gonna just read through some for nostalgia's sake. Chat, look at this. This is probably pretty cool to some of you too. This is from probably 2007-ish. It is a GameStop GameCube collection case. They don't make them like they used to, chat. See, it's the perfect size for the discs. Has nice covers for all of them. Keeps everything nice and safe. Yeah. See the games I have for this. So I have Double Dash, goated. Super Mario Strikers, goated. Teen Titans, also goated. Mortal Kombat, Deadly Alliance, probably a great game. Barely ever played it. Pack at the Barnyard, goated. Super Mario Sunshine, goated, but I'm terrible at it, so I don't play it very often. Kirby Air Ride, also goated. More mid for me because I'm not into racing games, but of course the City Trial was super fun, and I played with my sister a lot, so I have good memories of that. Madden 07, goated. Backyard Football, probably goated. I didn't play it very much, so I didn't really get to experience it. Love Air Ride? I know you do. Did you know they made a new Air Ride, Liz? Kirby Air Riders? Is that out already? I think that's out, right? Or is that still not out yet? I don't even know. Pokemon Coliseum, goated beyond relief. Call of Duty 2, Big Red One. That sucks. That is a terrible game. Monopoly Party, which I want to convince people to play with me. GameCube Monopoly Party. It's just Monopoly. It's just Monopoly. Mario Party 7, goated. Paper Mario 1000 to your door. OG. Greatest of all time. Super Smash Bros. Melee. Awesome. I think my disc is not great, though, which is unfortunate. I think it does become unreadable a bunch. Mario Power Tennis. Goated, and I really wish I would have played more of it as a kid. I didn't realize how good it was. Mario Party 6. Goated. Well, I guess a lot of my games are actually really good. Mario Golf Coastal Tour. Also goated. Mario Superstar Baseball. Another one of my favorites of all time. Me and my dad would play that all the time. And that was like the first game where I really like well, between that and Double Dash were the two games as a kid where I finally got like better at it. To the point where I could, beat my dad at it. And just seeing that kind of progression. It also, I learned a life lesson from my dad from Mario Kart Double Dash. Because, like I said, he was always better than me. Then I went ahead and I got better than him. And I was a very sore winner as a kid. Okay, very, very sore winner. And so my dad, I don't even know if he meant to, but he made me less of a sore winner. By when we were playing Mario Kart Double Dash, I would beat him. I'd come in first. I'd be celebrating, showboating, all of that, blah, blah, blah. He would be in second because we'd always play against easy, computers. And after I'd already crossed the finish line, he would like throw red shells at me. And it would hit me as I crossed the finish line. And he would like make fun of me for getting hit with the red shell when I crossed the finish line. And it would piss me off because it'd be like, I've already finished, doesn't even matter, I can't even dodge it, blah, 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 blah. But he would just kind of, like, laugh at me and make fun of me with that. And then, over time, I learned to, not get mad over it anymore. And as a part of that, that also calmed me down from my, my stubbornness, my sour winner phase as well, so. That did, objectively help me to better myself through that. That's always a memory I'll hold on to for that. And then I have one more game in here after Super Mario Baseball, and that is Animal Crossing. also goated, somewhat wasted on me. I still played it a lot as a kid. I even had the I convinced my parents to get me the Game Boy connector for the GameCube, because I had a Game Boy growing up as well. And so I would connect my Game Boy to the GameCube to go to like the island. And I would always do get like the coconuts there and sell them for a ton of bells. And have that whole thing going, get some furniture from that, all that good stuff. That was also a good memory for me and something that stands out. But yeah, those are all of my GameCube games that I have as physical copies. God, and Nemo and Gwen, that's a very funny interaction. Peach, you'll play the Monopoly game with me? I bet you would. You also played Toontown with me for like 12 hours straight. I bet you would. But if I end up actually trying to set something up, I'll definitely keep you in mind for that. Assume I got rid of the cases? Well, I don't think I got rid of the cases. I think a fire did. I had most of these cases still at my parents' house. So they were lost in the fire. But I was good and I did keep them. I did keep them. I was not one of those people who just threw away the cases. No, you're good, Liz. I joke about it all the time. Peachy knows. Peachy, I'll never forget it. Peach and I were playing Uno. I believe it was Uno. As a part of her fundraising stream for the Humane Society. Who were in the chat, who had the Humane Society account in the chat. And she consistently made fun of my parents' house burning down. During a charity stream in front of the Humane Society. So, it's definitely okay for you to joke about it. Your longest gaming session was while you played Toontown for 12 hours straight. Well, the funny thing is, we would have gone longer, but you were losing your mind. I would have kept going. But no, it was a wild gaming session. Alright, we're starting to get closer to the ice. That'll be our next obstacle. I remember saying the words, "This is why your parents' house burnt down," and then cringing when you saw the Humane Society in chat. Well, that's the thing. It's like, because obviously even then I wasn't like sure about my parents' house thing. I had already, grieved over it, gotten through it, completely fine with it, and things happen. But just knowing that you were so like embarrassed by the situational piece of it was incredibly funny to me. You had like essentially instant karma, which was awesome. What do you got, Peachy? Also, Liz, if you're still here, we gotta finish planning out what we want to do for our Florida trip at the end of the month. Because the day that you and Tristan go to Disney, if you guys decide to do that, I might try to reach out to one of my friends, my streaming friends who lives in Florida, and see what his schedule looks like. It'd be cool to hang out with him. I know Limes would also be down for that. We've talked about that previously. You have your tickets. You'll arrive at noon on the 11th of June. Okay. What day of the week is that? Remind me. Sounds good, Liz. Yeah. I knew that's where you were flying into. No. That's the thing, Bracey. Liz and Tristan would be going to Disney. They wouldn't have to see Sega. They can avoid that interaction entirely. She would not have to interact with Sega. I would not wish that upon her. It's a Thursday? Okay. So I will... I might do a half day of work then and log out at noon. And just work remote until noon. And maybe have Limes pick you up from the airport on her own. I mean, Limes and I can talk about it. If worst case, I can take the whole day. Just trying to nickel and dime my my days off when I can. What's wrong with Seg person? No, Seg is just a freak. He's just the freak of the week. And he is very... Like, when I'm at my worst, that's like his best. So, it's just a lot to handle if you're not used to him. Especially him and I in the same place is probably a war crime. But yeah, if we get that days ironed out, I can check with him. I mean, there's no saying he'd be free, of course. I know it is at least a little bit of a drive for him. But, I can at least check it out and see what's possible. Leaning towards going Saturday? Okay. Is Limes available right now? You'd have to check with her. She's currently, at her parents' place. So you would have to check with her. There's a chance she's home. There's a chance she's having dinner. There's a chance she's out shopping. There's a chance her and her family are watching football and she can't step away. The only thing I knew that she was doing today was shopping. That was hours ago, so if there's a chance she's home. Try to call her? Go for it. Yeah, Liz, sounds good. We can iron that out hopefully this coming week, because, you know, we leave in like 2 weeks anyway. Got it. We leave in 2 weeks for that. Technically less than 2 weeks now. Isn't that wild? Our first couples trip. You and Tristan, me and Limes. That'll be very fun. Oh, and this reminded me, chat, something that is super helpful at work is even though I, you know, can't get a raise or a promotion necessarily soon because of bureaucratic bullshit, the one thing I did get, it just happened to happen at the same time, is my vacation time accrual got upgraded. I was accruing 1.25 vacation days a month, and I'm now accruing 1.66 vacation days a month. And it was actually a pleasant surprise, too. I wasn't really expecting it, because apparently it is a little-known perk, which is why I hadn't heard of it, even though it applies to several of my coworkers as well. For 2 full years of being a supervisor. Not even a manager. I don't have to be a manager. I'm just a supervisor. And so now I accrue 5 more vacation days a year, which is wild to me because I already had a good amount. Yes, Limes and I will be going to Universal with you guys. I don't think Limes has ever been to Universal. Or if she has, it hasn't been since she was very, very young. But yes, so her and I will both be going to Universal with you guys. I thought you guys said that was Sunday. I don't know if you actually decided on that day or not, but whatever day you guys want to go for that, we'll go. You've been ignored. It happens. You can try calling her back, like, in a few minutes and seeing if she was just, like, away from her phone or something, but otherwise, then, yeah, she's probably busy. It's Monday? Okay. I didn't remember what day it was, but, yeah, it does not matter what day it is. We will be going with you guys. Let us just know about the tickets for it. If you guys are managing your own tickets, we should get our own, or, you know, if we're going to get them all together or whatever. Just let us know. It's new parks. You haven't been either. Ooh. It'll be a fun experience for all of us. I know Gerson hasn't been there because he doesn't go anywhere that his parents don't take him. I pack you in your suitcase? Well, not if you're not even close to us to be able to pack you anyway. I don't think we have a layover in Tennessee to grab you, unfortunately. Oh, yeah. And anything we talk about or decide here, Liz, I don't know that we'll really decide anything for sure. Just make sure it goes into our group chat with it, because I will forget to tell Limes, and I do not want to forget to do that. Very excited to see the How to Train Your Dragon area. That is true. That is one of your faves. And it is very, very timely, because I know, in one of the edits for your book, you mentioned, How to Train Your Dragon. It's very much on the brain. I thought I did. When I went to make my next round of edits last night, I went back and read through all of your comments to my edits first. And replied to any of them that still required further discussion. Yes, that does just confirm that I do actually read your comments. I don't just do my own thing. That's fair. I think I did close a few of them where your response kind of made it, you know, the end. So, if you didn't want that to happen, whoops. And you can just, I mean, I just resolved them. I didn't, like, delete them or anything, so you can still get back to them. But anything that did seem like it was a decision that was made, I, resolved it. Give me a picture of the tickets. Let me check that. I assume you texted it to me? There it is. Okay, cool. Wow, you picked very good times for yourself, huh? You're getting in. I mean, you know, you have to get to the airport early to come down, but you get here at noon, you leave at 1. Very good timing. Oh, you have a layover? Cringe. But yeah, cool. Make sure you also send that to Limes. But I assume you're going to anyway. But, you know, worst case, I at least have it, so that's good. Impact them, right, because you were using her miles. Right. That's right. A lot as if I commented and wanted me to recheck first. Okay, good. So that is... No, I didn't think I was, like, doing anything wrong by it, but it's good to know that was your actual intention, was just to have me, see your reply. And then wrap things up there, or, keep the conversation schmovin'. Oh. So are you actually gonna be able to see your sister for the layover? Or is that just, like, you just know the area? You can see her during them? Hell yeah. Alright. And I mean, one of the layovers, I think it looked like your first one was like less than 2 hours anyway. So that's really no big deal. It's just annoying to have to deboard and reboard. I have never had a flight with a layover. I've had a flight canceled. Luckily, I wasn't in charge of that one, so I just was along for the ride and had to deal with it. But, yeah, I have never had to do an actual layover. Star Wars Lo-Fi, by the way, chat. I know some of y'all like your Star Wars Lo-Fi. Your second trip with layover? Oh, at least it's not your first one. I had to go to Dallas to go to Florida once? Jeez, were the tickets free? Why the hell would you do that? It's crazy. I mean, to be fair, I've only flown 3 times? Yeah, I've only flown 3 times. And 2 of those times I've had either delays or cancellations, so that's not great luck, but it is, you know, I feel like that's what you're more likely to get a delay or cancellation than you are to get nothing wrong with your flight. But my first flight ever was probably, I think it was 3 years ago? Maybe 3 to 4 years ago, maybe? I went to Puerto Rico to visit my sister and her boyfriend. And then after that, my next flight was Buffalo, New York. And then after that was Florida. And now it'll be Florida again. The engine failed and they refused to book you another plane? You had to wait in a huge line to get a new flight and that was it? Wow. Oh, so you were already... Okay, so you had a flight that was either direct or at least better than that. Then the plane just up and died and you were forced to get whatever else was there? That's crazy. That must have been a very long flight too, even regardless of however your layover was. Wild. Yeah, the Puerto Rico flight was painless somehow. Then the Buffalo flight, we had a delay on the way back. And then the Florida trip was cancellation. And then we couldn't get something until the next day, so we had to go to a hotel for the night. Got a little bit more pool time out of it, but you know, could have been better. Got on a plane super early. They were like, oops, everyone off. Then you waited in line, waited in the airport forever. Finally got on to a new plane in Dallas. Plane to Dallas, and there was a delay due to a storm in Dallas to get to Florida. Sheesh. Hey, give me that back. Thank you. That is rough, Liz. I think I've only flown 3 times. I'm glad I don't have a worse story than that, but that is rough. And that's the thing, too, is all of my delays that I've had so far have been delays on the way back from somewhere. So I didn't, like, miss any pieces of a vacation or anything due to, delays getting there. Overall, it was 22 hours to get from, essentially, Jersey to Florida. Ooh, boy. That was your first plane experience? God, well, I mean, at least get the bad one out of the way so everything else just seems smoother by comparison, huh? Sheesh. In 142 days, I'll have the honor of seeing you. Yeah, let me put that on my calendar real quick. Nah, JK, we actually do already have it on the calendar, so we don't forget about you. Otherwise, we might. Yeah, that'll be very fun. Yeah, I already have a couple trips planned this year. Obviously, I'm going, at the end of the month to Florida with Liz and Tristan. In May, I think I'll be going to Buffalo again. And then in June, Beach will be coming up. Fairly cursed. Planes still enjoy them more than cars. You're not actually sure you've ever had a flight that wasn't delayed. Jeez, I mean, yeah. That's not, you know, the most surprising thing. The state of air travel nowadays. But yeah, I have, my only other, well, so I've also done the car ride from, Jersey to Florida. But another one that I've done was I have taken the train from Pennsylvania to Florida. That was an interesting experience, taking a sleeper car train from the northeast all the way to the southeast. That was a fun time though. It was me and my parents and my grandparents and my sister. And yeah, it was like I think it was still like, was it 2 days? Like 2 full days? I feel like it might have been. It was a long trip. But still faster than the car trip. Going to Florida in March. Ooh. It's fun. I mean, at least you're much closer to Florida, so it's less of a struggle. Drive is way too terrible to do again? Yeah. Yeah. My parents were still young and raring to go, so they still enjoyed it well enough. We were able to, you know, switch off, take turns and all that. Seven hours. There you go. 7-hour drive from Tennessee to Florida. Could be worse. You did it twice and somehow nearly died both times. I mean, yeah, you're prone to dying in general. So anytime you're given an inconvenience like that, it just like doubles your chance of dying. Plants, bomb drops, and then kelp. This is the Panhandle. To like Orlando's 14. How are things so far away? Wild. Yeah, I have no clue how long it took my parents to drive down to Florida. I was young enough that I just waited for the time to pass around me. But I'm going through this cobble pretty substantially. On to the next bit of cobble. 20-ish something hours in a car is bad. Yeah. Yep. Yep. It sure is. I mean, I semi-regularly spend like 2 hours in a car now. With Limes' family. But I also take, you know, train rides pretty often, but usually I at least get, you know, a seat with some space, and the ride's much smoother, of course. Being in a train. I guess being on a train. But yeah, travel itself is very yucky, and I avoid travel as much as I can. Do up to 7 hours, but more than that is no. Yeah. I honestly, like, one of the bigger things for me, believe it or not, is just the fact that my butt gets sore, man. Even if we take a break or two, like, that's just a lot of pressure on my butt. I'm not caked up like that yet, so it gets right to my bone. I'm like, ow. Not enough padding? I know. That's part of why I'm hitting the gym, you know? I get swole all the way around. I also do need to start getting a little better with what I eat. But theoretically, when Limes is back with me full time, we will start up the whole idea of like grocery shopping and cooking at home again and eating at home. Because I do not do that when I'm on my own, because I am a man-child in some respects, and food is one of those. I do not know how to cook, and the idea of cooking scares me. So instead, I just, don't. I know I eventually will learn how to cook, at least enough basic dishes to provide for myself, and to cook so Limes doesn't have to, and, you know, theoretically, or assumedly cook for our kids someday. But, that is not quite yet. 17 hours in the car with your parents recently? Wow. I mean, because the worst thing for me about, like, long car rides for vacations and stuff like that, too, is you're theoretically, the car is stuffed not only with people, but with luggage and baggage. And so there's no way you're going to be sitting comfortably on a car ride like that. You're going to have, like, either a bag on your lap, or at your feet, or squished in between you and the next person in the seats. Like, there's not going to be space to spread out and be comfortable on a trip like that. I'm going to be the mac and cheese dad. You know, I would take that. And it's very funny because I literally had mac and cheese 2 days ago. So I was like, you know what? Let's eat in today. So I opened up a box of Kraft mac and cheese. Laid down in the back seat most of the time. I mean, even just being able to stretch out like that is such a great thing sometimes, and don't always get the chance to do that. Ichi, next time you should just, next time you go to visit Mix, you should just drive to Denmark. You could probably manage that trip if you've done 17 hours in a car. You lie down in planes too if you have the empty row. Wild. I don't think I would have the ability to fight the social awkwardness that would give me. I'm sure Jeffrey would make the trip. I don't know who Jeffrey is. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I should know, but I do not know. What challenging with boss, realized it wasn't hard. You just had your fishing gear on. Incredible. You actually mean fishing gear, or is it your energy gear? Because if you have fishing gear, who are you? Bunch of Danish people not gonna say anything if you lay down. That's fair. Energy, but also fishing. Yeah, okay. So primarily energy, but so happens to also have fishing stats. That's fair. I started getting some energy gear on my myth. I mean, you saw some of that. I was opening packs the other day from the freebies they gave out. Your future car. I should have known that lore. I somehow let the lore escape me. Fished up that one. I know you did, but I also know you hate fishing. So I didn't think you would, in your right mind, be wearing fishing gear. I have also, like, I could start doing the Avalon fishing, but I feel like we're probably due for unlimited fishing sometime soon. So I might try to just wait until then to do it. I mean, especially I wouldn't do this weekend because it's double pet XP and I'm using my energy for that. But I may also just wait until the next time they have the unlimited fishing. More energy for pets, but the lack of snacks killed that. Valid. I mean, you really just need to bite the bullet and get a couch potato farm going. You will never run out of mega snacks if you do that. Yeah, but effort. Yeah, but like, put in the effort. You gotta put effort in somewhere. I mean, I did it on my storm, so. Farming probably for seeds. Yeah. I mean, on your death, it probably wouldn't be that bad, because it's just mirage farming. So it would really just depend on the drop rates, but the actual fights wouldn't be that bad. It would be like a second round Scarecrow, probably. I mean, maybe even a first round, what's the... well, I mean, you have Deer Knight, so it might even just be like a first round Deer Knight. So much easier with actual gear, that's crazy. Yeah, I was able to finish up all the side quests and all of the spell quests I have up to where we stopped in Avalon. I mean, I still have like the collection ones, the fishing one. Luckily, there's no crafting one in this world. I still also need to re-defeat the squid. I mean, honestly, it wouldn't be a bad idea for us to do that soon-ish in terms of our sessions. But I know, like, the focus still is primarily questing. Should we get, like, name? Oh! Nopest, I think is the name of that card. I don't know anything about it. I think, I had spellments of it that I had put into my shared bank earlier, so that's why I remembered it. Squid, yeah, that'll be a good bunch of XP, too. I think it's another, like, 50k, maybe? Although we would only get the XP for that and not finishing the dungeon unless we actually do go through and finish the dungeon again, but I don't really have a desire to do that. You have the gnome spell. Remember, this is a gnome. Oh, if it's just the quest purpose for one of the quests, no, I absolutely didn't read that. I do not read the dialogue for quests and side quests at this point. Sometimes I read it for the spell weaving or the spell quests. Because I haven't seen those on Myth before. I've only seen it on Storm. But in general, I do not read quest dialogue anymore. Maybe a pet. I did get a pet recently, I think. So it could technically be a pet. School-specific quest. Yeah, it could be a pet. If it's not a spell, then it's probably a pet. School-specific. It's cool that there's 2 different spells you can get in Avalon. Mine both suck. But one of Lime's that she has not gotten yet, but she's coming up on, is very good. She will get a lot of use out of it. At least for soloing. Maybe sometimes if we're doing something harder dungeony with the group as well, but it'll be a primarily solo spell for her. Miratorious, that's actually not yes, but not even yet, so that means there's 3. Yeah, I mean, I think we do get King Arth towards the end of Avalon. I don't know how we wouldn't when it's literally King Artorias. But yeah, so far I got the spell where you can... Oh, I got Shift. That's one of them. Where you can take a DOT that's on you and put it on somebody else. The other one I got, I don't remember. It might have been the one where you can switch all of your hanging effects with a minion. Might have been the other one I got. Which is basically useless for me. Of course, you know, if we're playing together, it wouldn't be useful. But even if I'm playing alone, like, minions usually don't live that long, and I usually don't have enough time or pips to set up minions properly. Anyway. See me just moving it to you, teehee. I mean, you can heal it off, right? No, but imagine like an actual strat that revolves around that, where like you shift the DOT onto somebody else, but onto like one of your friends, but they have a spell that like can clear DOT for an extra effect on their card. That would be kind of valid. Oh, you're just now dumb and forgot to change your gear. You were about to summon a minion. Crazy. Yeah, even as a myth character, I do not really summon minions that often, which is kind of a bummer. Because that's kind of the whole point, but it'd be like that. Gnomes also apparently grow on trees. Of course. Your call has been returned. Huzzah! Oh yeah. Say hi to Limesy for me if you're still on the call. You are not? Alright, well, I tried. Is she watching a movie? Ah. That's fair. So I hope you've either rescheduled the call or something similar. That's what you need. You can't juggle pets and plant. Luckily, I can right now, but I don't have that many plants. Currently, I have... Well, one of them just turned elder, so I have 3 going right now. But not all of them are close enough for me to use, like, the area of effect spells for farming. So I still have to use up a decent amount of energy for them, but I always do that before I do pets. And then I make sure not to log on until I have some energy again. Decided to do the Met on your birthday because it's a Monday. Huge. Never been to the Met? Come with us, Liz. You have to take off work on a Monday, but come with us. And was in fact a pet? Hell yeah. I'm sure it's a shitty pet, but hopefully it's not. See, Peachy wants you to come with us, and it's her birthday, so you can't say no. Them's the rules. It is a shitty pet? That tracks. It is a spell quest pet. Or a quest pet, I guess. Not a spell quest. I do eventually want to get a better, like, pet body than mine is with the myth culture. But I mean, I don't know what's better that's not crowns. Must obey birthday rules? I mean, I didn't write the rules, but you do gotta obey them. But if you do legit want to go, Liz, just let us know and we'll get you the date and time and everything and we'll set it up. Of course, whoever else from the house is welcome to join, but I assume everyone else will be working. Unless they also want to take off time for it, but that'll be up to them. No, well, I'm... Honestly, Peachy, we'll probably still keep calling you Peachy. Or we'll just full name you because you hate that. But, both of you don't like being full named. Not the government name. Yeah, Elizabeth was so, like, 1780. Did I get that close? Was that near the Elizabethan era? I don't know history. I tried. Some of my jokes would be highly upgraded if I knew history. But alas, I must stumble through them instead. Too many syllables. Only Brisk can call you that. Brisky! Brisky! You've been summoned! Deal there is. Incredible. Oh, I was way off the Elizabethan era. Well, good luck next time. And I can confirm Brisky does have the accent. Time for some bloodletting. Are we still talking about Wiz, or is there something I need to know about your cult? I doubt you have blood work today. I don't think it's that. So you're saying that there's 3 kind of Elizabeths in chat, and 2 of them are also named Peachy. I don't know what I did to break the matrix, but here we are. Elizabethan medicine. You know, I could have gotten that if I knew history. And I should have at least gotten that because I know I did a whole thing in my junior year English class where we talked about the phlegmatic and all that kind of stuff. Peachy Forest, incredible. I mean, peaches grow on trees, so that's almost relevant. Whole paper and humors, that's what they are. If they're called the humors, why aren't they funny? Things that make you go, I'm almost out of cobble again. Cringe. Why is that cobblestone there? Did I do that? I think I did. Bloodletting isn't funny? Not the way I do it. That wasn't meant to be dark humor, but I immediately realized how it could be. So, just so you know, my intention there was not dark humor. Yikes. Anyway. Essentially Peachy. It wasn't necessarily people who were sick, though. It could have just been people that they thought were, like, moody and stuff. Humors had a lot more to do with, like, mood than it did with, like, physical ailments. They still thought it was physical, but it was really what they're dealing with was, like, mental, emotional stuff. I'm sure some of it was physical, but that was not, like, primary. Humors were so dumb, but sometimes works, so, like, alright, this is correct. Yeah. For unrelated reasons, sometimes it actually worked. I mean, I don't blame them with how little they had to work with in terms of science and medicine. They really were just kind of throwing shit against the wall, but wild. Alright, time to go get more cobblestone. Kind of Peachy, yeah. Oh, Liz, remember, remind me to tell you later that, why, the whole to release the demons thing for the head pressure, just remind me to tell you something semi-related to that. I don't want to say it on stream. Ba-dum, ba-da-ba. It should be less interesting to you overall. But I could still share that with you at some point. You are not forbidden from hearing about it. I actually got the right chest. I was like, alright, I'm gonna close this one because it can't be right. What is happening with my inventory system? There we go. Well. Beach, I'll absolutely still tell you, just don't get your hopes up for it to be, like, interesting. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. One second, chat. Oh, second day, it's raining. Alright, oh. Hopefully this one actually isn't a thunderstorm, because those are annoying. On. Didn't make much progress with this cycle. I would like to minimize the damage I take from drowning, if at all possible. Oh, well, say that, and here I go again. Okay, we're actually ready to go up. Alright, that wasn't as bad as I thought. Sweet. Ah. Forgetting about my bubbles. of it. Video essays about dinosaurs. Interesting knowledge. Yeah, I mean, I wish I got like those kind of cravings for knowledge often, where it's like, oh, this is a random topic I thought of. Let me figure out more, and then go down like a rabbit hole. But I haven't had a lot of that lately. No, I definitely see the appeal of things like that. Chat, I will probably be going somewhere between another 15 to 60 minutes, give or take. I have not decided yet, but I can tell I'm starting to flag a little bit, but I can always get a second wind, but I don't see myself going longer than another hour. Just as a heads up as we near the later portion of the stream. It's been a very nice one, and thank you guys for hanging out and chatting with me. It's been super nice. A cozy way to cap off the regular weekend and go into the rest of the holiday weekend. Blood wedding. Humors were in the blood, so you had much of some emotion. Now, like, oh, well, it's take some of your blood, I guess. Yes. That sounds right. Yeah, Liz is also a dino fan in general. Don't you have, like, some dinosaur stuffed animals and stuff too, Liz? I feel like I remember that. This is about the Wild West and old medical practices. Well, there you go. Now you know your next piece for the medical practices is looking into the humors. Found your next video essay topic. Maybe. Hehe. You have a dragon too? That's true, you do like a dragon. Is it toothless? Is that the dragon you have? It would basically use asylums like humans use. Jesus. That does not surprise me, but I did not know that as a fact. Dragon you adopted, literally. Oh, is it one of those things where you like adopt a stuffed animal, but it also relates to like a real life animal that you take care of by adopting it or something? Oh, it just came with adoption papers. Oh, this is just Build-A-Bear. Okay, never mind. Does Build-A-Bear still do that, where they give like the certificate, like a birth certificate, more or less? Build-A-Bear has more than just bears. It's a misnomer now to call it Build-A-Bear Workshop, but that's their name. I make plenty of real mistakes. You don't need to get me for a fake one. The wizard shop? Hell yeah. Let's say I don't know how wizards and dinos correlate, but I was like, there's literally dinos in Wizard 101, so I'm just not gonna say that out loud. Then I said it out loud, but as like a third person kind of comment, so it's not like mine anymore. That's a kind of thing. Name the boy Finian. That is one letter away from my rogue when we played D&D. Recent videos about dinos before them, Earth's atmosphere was oxygen. Flies with a wingspan of 16 to 22 inches. Sheesh. It's a lot of inches. Finny for short. I mean, my rogue could have been called Finny for short. He just wasn't alive long enough to figure it out. Moron. Listen. Chat, do you want to hear about the... We didn't even play that long in general for our quote-unquote campaign for it. Do you want to hear about the misadventures of Finnan Toscobble? My rogue that I played very briefly in D&D? There's really only one major misadventure that he had. But it sure was. Hard for me to visualize that many inches? No, I just cross my eyes and then it's better. Okay. Listen, it was a very stressful moment, alright? I needed to figure out how best to approach it, Liz. Tell them. Alright, so we had I think, was Tristan a paladin? Oh, he was something like that. He was one of the tanky classes. We were spending the night at an inn, and, you know, everyone was passing around drinks and everything like that. And then, I don't even remember how it got to this point, but it got to a point where the paladin was set to go with a woman into his room, and for some reason, which may have been no reason, to be quite honest with you, he was a gnome. Oh, he was a gnome. Was he a gnome paladin, though? I feel like he still had, like, a tanky class. Whatever. I digress. Finnan may not have had a true reason for this. I don't remember the full circumstances, but, Finnan runs ahead to the gnome's room and hides under the bed before the gnome and this lady come back, and then they come back, and eventually I get discovered, and with being discovered, the woman was very aggressive. And I was severely chased, and I ended up jumping out a window to escape because I was looking down a pretty bad damage number. So I had to do whatever I could to get out of there. So I jumped out a window, took a lot of damage to the point where I knocked myself out, and then I woke up in the prison and had to beg the rest of the party to bail me out of prison. It was not Finnan's best moment. Yeah, that is the misadventure of Finnan Toscobble. They were absolutely about to leave me in jail and just move on with the rest of the story, and I guess I would have had to roll a new character? I don't know how long I was in for. And I doubt I would have just gone off on my own adventure trying to catch up to them. So yeah, that was a time, for sure. Yeah, I would probably try D&T again, but I'm not, like, in a rush to try it again. It was fun, but it requires a lot of creativity that I am generally not good at. So although it is fun, it is also taxing for me. Try to be, you know, creative enough to keep things moving along. I just realized I haven't had dinner yet. Maybe I make myself mac and cheese again. I don't know if I feel like ordering something, because the things that are open this late at night are not very good for you. But I'm still considering my options. Especially because it's like a holiday tomorrow, so I don't know if some places might have closed early today or something. Oh, well, that was not what I should have done. Cool. Nailed that jump. Try Baldur's 3, Baldur's Gate 3 again now that you upgrade your PC. That's fair. It'll definitely run better. Just have ice cream? I could. I would need to walk to 7-Eleven, and it's a little bit snowy outside, but I could have ice cream. I don't have any in the apartment, believe it or not. I don't think I do. I should double check to make sure I don't have ice cream, but I don't think I have ice cream. I usually take care of that pretty soon after getting it. What's up, Peachy? Hey, but that's also a thing while you're here, Peachy. We can do 7-Eleven snack runs, which could be very fun. Day one of your trip to Michigan, it was snowing? Well, yeah, it's Michigan. What did you expect? Like, never doesn't snow in Michigan. I got all that water, man. It was great. I mean, I guess you don't usually see that much snow, so I get why you're excited for it, but I would not have been. I'm just glad the snow here wasn't that bad, and the fact that I don't have to go to work again until Tuesday, so I can, at least for the most part, avoid it. Was stuff nice like 10 times during your trip? Yeah, ice is rough in terms of staying balanced on it. Alright. Ice has been punched down to water level. So now, can keep punching down. And then fill it all up. Oh, blue ice. My enemy. Alright. YOLO. Ow. Okay. That wasn't that bad. Now let's plug it up, plug it up, plug it up. You got like 4 to 5 inches of snow while you were there. Most snow you've seen in a while. Hell yeah. Like how I accidentally started eating a fish on the way back up. Yep, sure did. This one. Alright, this iceberg is being very cooperative. Usually I have a lot more trouble getting through these, so I'm very happy with this. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 is a large game. All right. Almost through this piece of the iceberg. I'm getting so close to the completion for RoboQuest. I'm excited. RoboQuest is a very, very fun game, but it's also very difficult on, believe it or not, the higher difficulties. And there are difficulty-based achievements, which are rough sometimes. But I'm trying to get it, because I know some people, like, try to make their, like, final achievement in a game something, like, super easy that you should have done way earlier. I'm trying to do that this time around, when I usually don't care for that. But I have 4 achievements left. I have to win on the hardest mode. I have to get the highest rank on the hardest mode. And then the other 2 achievements I have, which I want to make the second to last and the last achievement, are change the game's language to French. Is the second to last achievement I want. And then the last one I want is to game over in the first area. And I have not done that, even on the hardest difficulty. So I want to have that be my final achievement for the game, because it would be silly. So yeah, that's what I'm probably gonna do tonight after stream. Is I still want to want to do more with my mobile game that I play, because I'm the worst. And then I'll probably do a combination of Wizard 101 and RoboQuest. And that'll wrap up my evening. And then tomorrow I have a lot of chores to do, because I was supposed to do them today, but I decided I wanted to just relax more today. So instead I will do those chores tomorrow. Join you and Wiz? I could after this, while I'm deciding what to have for dinner. I mean, it's not like you really need any help with anything, Wiz, right now, right? I don't know what we would do necessarily, but I'm down to do something. Sounds like a good way to spend the evening. Squid, you want to do a 2-person squid run? That would be crazy. Not solo squid for sure. I don't think I can either, to be honest with you. I was thinking about it again after I'd mentioned it before, and I was like, I don't have that much resist. And before I can build up enough damage, which I can build up enough damage in one hit, but I certainly cannot build up enough resist. You have to work tomorrow. It's whack that you're open. I forget where you work, Peachy. Isn't it just like a chain store? Oh, you took off for tomorrow? Oh, that's... I thought you were just off. Because I'm off tomorrow. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It's funny because, last week, I had to keep reminding myself not to schedule any meetings for this coming Monday. So I was like, wait, we're off. I can't schedule meetings. What? No, I can't do that. But luckily, my other coworker said the same thing, so I knew I wasn't alone in having that problem. Eye clinic, right. Were you at like a chain store before that? Or like hospitality at least? Just so I know I'm not completely losing my mind. You had a mind? You wouldn't think it. You wouldn't think it. You just got Medusa'd. Oof. Enjoy your 2-turn timeout. Sporting goods store. Okay, cool. So I am not going entirely crazy. Just my normal amount of crazy. Am I gonna lose some oxygen here? Seems likely. Hey, made it up. Trying to like speed through the water in a 1 block hole is not easy. Oh, that was a good stretch. Reminder to stretch, chat. Especially if you haven't in a while, I should give it a good old stretcherino. But I'm not your dad. Bum bum. Bum bum bum. Okay, I can finally finish this part of it. Just gonna do that. Just in case there's not actually more water under this and I get a little bit more breathing room. Down we go. On the hatch. Alright, well, it did not last long. I mean, I could be using my pickaxe for this too. I just don't want to drain it that quick, and I definitely still need it for the blue ice. I don't want to, like, really waste it. John, I think I want to do more singing in general. One, just because I miss it in general. Two, because I recently had a pretty bad cold back in November. And my voice was like messed up for a while. And it took me a long time to get my falsetto back, and I was really upset about it. Because I like just, like when I'm singing in the shower and stuff, just belting my falsetto. And I just couldn't. And I'm glad to have it back, and I want to use it more. Okay. Come on, I can't type. You were curious about VTuber music because they all put out music? A lot of them do, yeah. It is very common for that. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of things that go into it. I'm sure it's A, that they enjoy it, B, that they know they can capitalize on it with their audience, and, you know, then I'm sure many other factors go into it. You can tell it's a contract obligation because the voices need a bit of work, yikes. Yikes. Oh. Yeah, but I mean, even if their voices need work, it's good that, I mean, if it's a contract obligation, then, you know, it is what it is, but hopefully even if their voices aren't great, that they're doing it because they want to. And then, you know, not everyone needs to enjoy their music, so as long as they like what they're putting out, that's what matters. I keep forgetting that, like, you should be using the space bar to go up all the time. I kind of just hold shift and point up. one bites the dust. This iceberg is pretty deep, though, which is a bummer. Takes more time to deal with. Oh, thank goodness this one let me go a while without hitting the water, though. It's gonna be colder tomorrow. Just I'll pop up my phone. High of 31. Brr. I just don't understand why the recruitment doesn't prioritize it if it's in the contract. No, yeah, I mean, if it's a part of the contract and a company is essentially paying for the production of it, they should, make sure all aspects of it are good to maximize the potential of it. But I definitely see it from that, like, businessy perspective, especially. Chat, this is random, and I'm literally just saying this because it's legitimately funny to me. I like how when I don't stream for a while and then I start streaming again, I notice like during the stream I drop a follower or two because it's legitimately funny because I'm like, okay, this person completely forgot about me, but after they didn't have to deal with my going live notifications for a while and they see it again, they're like, who the hell? And then they get rid of me. Just the assumed thought process for it is very funny to me. Oh, Bears game's going into OT. Who did I pick for that game? Hold on. Limes and I have her family's like football pool we do for funsies. And I want to see... We're actually doing well with the playoffs portion of it, so I want to see who I picked. I mean, to be fair, I also picked the... Oh, this was the wrong week. Last week. I picked the Texans for the last game, so that was a bad pick. But I did pick the Bears for this game. I have to figure out what was the spread we were going off of? Spread we were using for this game is... Oh, Rams by 3.5. Oh, so even if the Rams win by a field goal, I still win the pick. Okay. I just can't have the Rams win by a touchdown. That's the only thing that would bother me. But OT is a good place to win by a field goal, so fingers crossed there. Okay. Oh, wait, my OBS is not even on the front anymore. There we go. Alright, we're back. You'll follow back soon. It happens, Brisky. We all need a timeout from Marf every now and then. Yeah, but thank you for reminding me to check that game, Nemo. I completely forgot that was a 7 o'clock game today. Got the play. Don't watch much football. It's actually insane. Sorry, I'm drowning. It's just beautiful, open a textbook with throw. QB was being pushed back, and some guy back and had like 7 guys driving him backward, and it was clearly I need to get this ball the fuck out of my hands. Not a smooth looking throw, but it got exactly what it needed to be. Yeah. Who's the QB for the Bears? Is it Caleb Williams? Is that who it is? I actually don't know a lot about him because he's a fairly newer quarterback. It's probably only his like 2nd or 3rd year maybe. But hey man, made it to the divisional round. Throwing shit like that, he's gonna have a good career. Theoretically, nothing's ever guaranteed. Alright, so that's the bottom of that now. Caleb Williams, gotcha, cool. The Bears. Okay. Almost halfway through this iceberg. Next throw is landing. I imagine what a calculated one could do. Exactly, yeah. My thoughts precisely. God, ice is atrocious in this game. To keep together in OT, yeah. I mean, like I said, in terms of my football picks, as long as the Bears don't lose by more than a field goal, I'm good to go. But overall, the game, who are the Bears playing again? I literally shut it up. They are playing the Rams. I actually like the Rams as a team. And I don't see a lot of the Bears. I just don't know enough about them to care. But yeah, so I don't have like a strong like desire to see who wins the game. The Rams still have Stafford at the helm. Stafford has, I think, been consistently mid. Like high mid, but mid. Jesus, Peachy, what a milestone. I still feel like Limes would love Dreamlight Valley because, I mean, she's a major Disney fan. But it would absolutely suck her into it, and she has a lot of work to do lately, so I will not be having her play that more. Alright, cool, another one down. Alright, I'm almost out of food, which may be a reason I go back more so than running out of stone here. Especially if I keep drowning, I'm gonna waste food a lot. With achievements in a game, it took him over 1,000 hours. I don't have any 1,000-hour completions yet, but I do have a couple 100-hour achievements or completions. One of those was one of my, I think it might have been my most recent completion, which was what do you call it? Lies of P. Because that one took me 3.5 playthroughs to get all the achievements. Because there are 3 different endings to get to play through it at least 3 times, because I think there was like a cloud save glitch that you could do, but it like got patched or something. Oh, I'm supposed to be using a pickaxe for that one. So I didn't have the exploit to use, and then when I was on my 3rd playthrough, they added the DLC, and I did that blind, so I wasn't looking at achievements, and there were some missables. So I had to, not do that. I had to do it again, actually. So I started a 4th playthrough, had to get, like, halfway through the game to get to the DLC. And then from the DLC, I was able to, wrap it up on that 4th playthrough. Oh, it was UFO 50? I see. Need to keep playing Lies of P? You do! You need to tell me how your Lies of P experience is going. It's still incredible to me that you're playing a Souls-like, Liz, so I need to enjoy all of your experience with it. No, you're absolutely gonna reset with the controls. It'll take you forever. Yak 5 took you 240 hours? Yeah, I'd have to see what my, like, longest completion is. But I actually don't have, like, in the grand scheme of things, that many completions. Because I only started getting into achievements in the past, like, 3 or 4 years. And even then, I still don't really, I don't buy games, so not a lot to play for achievements. I play things mostly just for fun. There are some that I played on the 360, like, as a kid, which are nostalgic enough that I might try to go back and finish them eventually. But some of those I don't think are available on PC, so I would have to, like, get an Xbox One or something and hope they're cross combat. Or backwards compatible, I should say. But Rage and end up playing on easy mode? I mean, you could. Whatever mode you play on is the mode you play on. I'll just be happy you're playing it. I'm not gonna try to police what difficulty people should play games on. But I know you would never be able to live with yourself if you turned it off of the normal mode. Yeah, I think I played all 3.5 of my playthroughs on the highest difficulty. I don't know if that was a good idea or not, but that's just what we started on when I played with Sega. So, I just didn't change it. Sigh, true. I know you, Liz. I know you. You're almost as stubborn as I am, and that's impressive. X5 was probably your most played game on 2024 because of COD. Because you actually played COD because you're doing the combined HUD bullshit. Oh. The yearly stats just comes up as Call of Duty, even though that includes... that is unfortunate if you were trying to have it be more accurate to specific games versus just the franchise. That's rough, Nemo. I don't ever think I looked at my played games of 2025. I'm just kind of over those kind of overview things. Like, if I have the memories, I have them. I don't care to, like, look through it in metrics like that, I guess. I don't know. It's not a bad thing. It's just it wasn't hitting for me this year by any means. I think also just with so many things that are Gen AI, I've just been not interacting with a lot on the internet. I'm sure a lot of you also see that too, because I still am a massive lurker. Like, I will still read basically every Blue Sky post that comes across my feed. Discord pings, if they're announcements, I'll still read them even if I don't react to them. And I still do scroll through some channels on Discord, just not many. So, from what I thought would be impossible a few years ago of me, like, disconnecting, I have done that a lot, at least for social situations online. Like your posts all the time? Yeah, there's a few people that I like actively like their posts for, but there are a lot of people who, even though like I like them and some of them are even my friends, like I will not like most of their posts, even if I do like actually like them, because I am just trying to keep my footprint small and disconnect a lot. It doesn't even really make sense, I feel, but I don't think it really needs to. But also, Peachy, one of the reasons I like your posts is because I know it gives you the green light to yap about them in DMs, so. It's easier for you to just start yapping instead of making sure that I've seen it before you start yapping. Oh, that's something I had to teach Liz over the past couple months, is that the term yapping is no longer with a negative connotation, at least in some spaces. So I was saying something of like, yeah, you yap about that all the time, and she was like offended. I was like, oh no, it's a good thing, it's a good thing, I promise. Ouch. Trying to get tea? Oh, like you don't serve up free tea. You liking your post is paying the entry fee to some tea. Yeah, Liz thought I was like being mean, and I'm like, no, not this time. Other times, yes, not this time. Tell anyone anything? Well, you say anyone anything, but you will not talk to a stranger if your life depended on it. You'll shut up. You'll shut up when I'm good and dead. You'll yap as much as I want you to. Yep, exactly. When I want to talk to you, it's because you're not congruent, Ichi. You are the creature at the zoo they must learn about. It's like how in middle school, if you were like considered mysterious, it made you popular, even though it probably was not deserved. So I was never mysterious in middle school, but I was a pain in the neck even back then. There were very few who could tolerate me even through high school. In college, I mellowed out a little bit, but not a lot. And now I'm probably at my coasting as far as annoyance is concerned. I don't know why my sentence trailed off into one word per minute there. Find that very easy to believe? Yes. Yes. I've pretty much always been annoying. There was definitely a couple different patches where I was annoying to the point of being borderline harassing with how annoying I was, but we live and we learn. And now I'm just annoying in a way that tries to be funny and sometimes is and sometimes isn't. You just don't like DMs for people you haven't talked to? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Like, I get it. There's still a point at which you need to be able to make the first contact to attempt to start, you know, some sort of friendship or at least, you know, conversational aspect. But, you gotta do it the right way, and then you gotta take no for an answer if it doesn't work out for you. Alright, Chad, I think whenever I need to go back to base next, whether it's for food purposes, stone purposes, or pickaxe purposes, that's where we'll wrap up for the night. You DM like 2 people? For me, that's true on the regular. In general, I DM a lot more people, but it is... I don't really ever DM somebody first. Even if it's, you know, my friends, I still really won't DM them first unless I have something very, very specific to them and relevant that I want to convey. No, that's also true, Peachy. There is a line to be had. Alright. I can stay around here until I have about 3 food bars gone. Then I need to make sure I have enough left to get me home without a sprint. Skirt. Yeah, but I think also a part of me disconnecting a bit more from the social aspect of the internet is I did have a pretty dramatic situation happen within the past year. So I'm like, I'm good, man. My sanity is better off. Some things are just not worth it. Bug dramas. Yeah, like mosquitoes. Sure did? Yeah. I will not get into it. You know, if you don't, you don't, and that's how it's gonna stay. But, it was not fun by any means. Nobody likes drama. Big bug dramas. You have enough drama at work? Yes, I get the tea from that. That's something you yap about to me. See? Yap in a good way. I'm desensitizing you to it, so you'll stop thinking it's a negative thing. That cobblestone right next to me? Sure is. What happened there? Boah. My bubbles were almost debubbled. Still bad connotation to your brain? That's wild. I mean, I get it, because that is how it was for some people. But it has been kind of reoriented, in the general nomenclature at least. And I mean, I'm sure that as a writer, for you, things also kind of stick longer. Because you're very sure of words. Bonk. Perfect. Yeah, it's like a dog that people want to shut up. That is a way to see the word. But I have moved on from it being negative for myself. I will use it less with you because I know you don't see it as positive. But know that I may say it because it's just in my vocabulary lately. And that assume positive rather than negative if I'm saying it. As much as you can, of course. But it do be like that. Reminders? Yes, I will give reminders as well. And it is fine as long as, you know, it's not gonna be an annoyance to you. Yeah, okay, I think I'm gonna do this path all the way down. Stone it up, and then we'll run back and call it there for the day, chat. Been a very productive day, though. I'll have to see how many blocks we've gotten in general. It's been a good one. You DM like 4 people. 4 is more than I have. If we're talking like texting and DMing and that kind of vibe, then including Limes regularly is only, Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's the only one I regularly message. Regularly, it's about 3 people. Yeah, drama is the worst. Hi again, Renly. It's 3 of us sometimes you yap at Luke. That's fair. Oh, and there, yeah, okay. This was a good time to go back. It's nighttime, it's thunderstorming. Out. I have those guys after me. Let's just get safe and secure, and then... Oh, okay, that was pretty close to me. We'll call it a day. That's a lot of lightning. Oh my god. This is one of the largest storms I've ever seen in Minecraft, I feel like. I'm right in the middle of it. What a way to end up this calm hole sesh. Jeez Louise. Not whole sesh. Yeah, do be a whole sesh. Chat, who's been here for the whole sesh? Anyone here? I got a whole hole? Liz has been here for the whole sesh. Let's go. Food plants. Well, I only have 2 of those cots, so I guess I won't be using those for now. Yeah, it's funny, Peachy, because you said you have 3 people that you regularly yap to. I know all 3 of those. So you were just doing research. Yeah, I wasn't watching the whole sesh. I was doing research. pushes all of that back. I just need to put a little bit of that away because I want to clear this out. Get more going. Cool. I'll have to remember that's going. I'm not going to remember that. Oops. Okay. Alright, so my inventory is set for next time. I will need to remember to re-chicken things, but I have a little bit of time because I have plenty of chicken on me right now. Well, I say that. I should refill it now. Alright, chat. We have chicken time before we have goodbye time. Because they do need time to grow and to become breedable. That sounds so bad. Please keep the context with that. There's 1. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my god, that's a lot of chickens all of a sudden. Alright, we're good. Family breakup, money involved. In general, yes, but not on a game-by-game basis. But that is brilliant. That I got it by half a game. Visit research about holes. I can name them my favorite. Yeah. And then from Remy, the quote: Arf doesn't have a master's in corn gurgling, but he is mastering his hole. I don't remember that quote. Why were we talking about corn gurgling? At what point did corn gurgling come up? Alright, I'm just gonna leave that one where it lies. I don't think there's anything more to say about it. But yes, Peachy, researching for hate comments is very valid. Why aren't we talking about it now? Because stream's over, everybody. Stream's over. YouTube, thank you so much for watching this part of Hole. This was episode 48 of Hole. We're coming up on the big part 50 soon. I don't think I'll do anything special for it. There's a chance I do a purposefully longer stream for it. But knowing my streaming habits lately, that's about 6 months away from now, so I have time to think about it. But regardless, thank you all so much for watching this part of Hole. If you've watched this far into the VOD, why? But also feel free to leave a comment about something or another. I'm gonna leave that up to you. But yeah, thanks for watching, YouTube. I love you. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.